your first class? Yeah, let's start with the introduction. What's your name?
My name is Dhruv.
Louder.
My name is Dhruv.
Dhruv.
Basically, I'm from UP.
Udupi.
UP.
Okay. What did you study?
BTech CSC.
25%. You stay here?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I already two classes here and Python and front end.
Okay. So this is the first class for Python.
Yes, sir. Python is very good.
What's your name?
I am from Andhra Pradesh. Myself, Hajipira. I am from Andhra Pradesh.
Hajipira.
Hajipira.
Sorry?
Hajipira.
Spell it out. Haji. Okay.
From Andhra Pradesh.
What did you study?
BTech CSC.
Final year? Or graduate? 26 pass out. Narasimha. Yeah? 25 pass out or 26? 26 pass out. Sorry, which background? Education background? AM. You? CS. You also CS. Sharan. Easy background.
Myself,
Harish. MTech in CSC. So 24 pass out in MTech or BTech? MTech only 24 pass out. So you are doing freelancing in what? What exactly do you do?
Images, product, UI,
Oh, UX designing you. Okay. You have a team or you work by yourself?
My name is Jyoti. I am coming from Tamil Nadu.
What did you study?
BSc Computer Science. Currently
26 pass out. Or 25 pass out? 26 or 25?
26.
26. You?
Teacher.
What's your name? Usha.
Studying BTech Computer Science.
26. What's your name? Hindu. CSC? Dhanush. Okay. MCA final year, not yet passed. When is the pass? Sir, next month. Where are you from, sir? What's your name? Venkatarjan. Huh? Venkatacharyya. Venkatacharyya. Okay.
I am from AP. BTech CSC.
26. What's your name? Ashok Kumar. Ashok Kumar Reddy. Coming from? Okay. Computer Science. 26.
My name is Baba Patul.
Your name?
Baba Patul.
Baba Patul.
Patul.
Okay.
I completed BTech CSC in 2000. I am from UP.
CSC.
My name is Bharat from JNT. BTech.
Bharat, BTech, EC, 26. Bharati. Balaji. BTech in CSC. Right. CSC. Okay. So most of them are from CSC background only. One or two EC. One second. guys, why did you join here? Why did you join?
Using knowledge and practical hands-on.
Knowledge and hands-on experience. Knowledge, hands-on. This you might have got in college. This you might have not got. Right? Yeah. You? Why did you do that?
Already I have some gap in that, so I want to find out.
You already have?
Gap.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was doing freelancing now, so I want to
Okay. You did MCA and
Yeah, right.
Sorry?
Yeah, right.
MTech. So you must be knowing the subject very well, right?
Somewhat I have a middle.
Why did you do that?
Knowledge plus job.
Job. Good. Did I take your introduction? Okay. Why did you do that? Knowledge. Any other reason? Anyone? Other than knowledge? Huh? Love? Python. Knowledge. I mean, I teach Python only, nothing else. You said job. Any other? Why did you join? Huh?
Build a career.
Build a career. Okay, job. I mean, other than job also we can build a career. So I'm writing it. Okay. Any other reason? Okay. So you asked these four things, right? This I can give. This I can give. This Besant can give. It's not in my hand. This I can help you guys. Okay. So do you still think job exists? Exists? Okay. Job exists. No idea. Huh? Maybe. Still in doubt. What do you think? Job exists? Huh? You think? Yes or no? You think exists? Okay. Girls, you? Maybe. Okay. So actually, job got decreased. Okay, this is the reality. For example, in 2023 to 2025, I can say 2023 to 25. Let's say the fresher openings were 100%. Assume it's 100%. It got decreased to 20%. Hiring happens, but before people were hiring 100 people means now they are hiring 20 people. The number got reduced. When the number got reduced, but the intake is same. The people coming out of the college is same, but the number got reduced. What is getting increased? Number of people coming out is same. Hiring reduced to 20%. So what is increased? If one thing is decreasing, what is increased? Huh? Adaptability. Sorry? No, you said unemployment. I mean, yeah, other than that.
AI technology.
Air technology, yes. So I'm asking, for example, if 100 people are getting the job, now 20 people are getting, but the application is 1000 only, before also 1000, after also 1000. Now on what basis do you think, so that you get into this bracket, not into the other 80%? So what increase in the hiring expectation?
More technical minds.
More knowledge. This is increased. What else? Experience we can't do because we are fresher only. We can't do. Any other? Communication. Skills increase. College?
All-in-one developer.
All-in-one developer. Correct. All-in-one. Okay. Anyone? Anything else? All-in-one. So basically, in one liner, what I can say is the expectation from freshers got increased. Before, if you knew basic Python, basic project, basic JSON knowledge, SQL knowledge, you are in. Now it's not like that. Everyone know that thing. You need to know something more, right? You need to be in that 20%. You need to know something more. So one of the thing is all-in-one developer. You should know front end, back end, database, SQL, AI, everything. Basically, in one word, what I can say is expectation increased. Okay. Easiest way to get the job, one is through on-campus placement. If you are in a good college, if your college is providing the placement, then good. That's the easiest way. So most of them might be not in the good college here. Second easiest way is if you have a good connection in the companies. If you already have a good connection, then if you have a pretty good knowledge also, you can get into. What I am saying is very good connection, manager level connection you should have, which is quite rare to have. If you have that, it's easy to get in. Then rest of the people are suffering. What I say is, first thing is on campus, easy. If this is not working for you, referral, very good referral, like manager level. This is also not there, then you should be like this, all in one, 20% more knowledge. You should be the top 10. I mean, you should know everything. Basically, whatever question he asks, you should be able to answer. Getting shortlisted in the interview only big deal. Resume only won't get shortlisted. That is the situation there, right? Let's say you got shortlisted, then you should not forget about it. You have to crack it. Got it? So, to crack it there, you have to be at least your resume should be top. You should have a great knowledge, everything. So, now question comes: how to become that? How to be in this range? I mean, attending class, watching YouTube, is okay, but unless you do work yourself, nothing is going to happen. What I can do is I can just guide you things, I can teach you. Still, unless you do work by yourself, it's not going to happen. Every developer you see, you take any developer, any good developer, ask him, how did you learn? Self-learning. Self-learning only works in this field. In other field, I'm not saying. In this field, coding, only self-learning works. All I can do is just show the proper direction. Okay. So the thing is, you have to do it by yourself. This is my second batch actually, not my first batch. I completed one batch. So what I understood is, just by attending my class is not enough for you guys, because lot of things to do, right? You have to come here in this range, you should do a lot. So you should spend more time. That's the only way. You should spend more time on this. Okay. And what else? There is something. One more thing. Let's say you know a lot of things. One thing is you know a lot of things. Let's say, assume it. Second thing, you know not occasional knowledge you have. Anything, let's say this is the current situation. You get into an interview. There, the only thing main matters is, one is confidence, one is communication. Even if you don't know something, no, lie it there. You should be able to convince him. You should be a good liar in the interview. It's not that you should know everything. Let's say you have a project in your resume. You might have not done it. Still, if you put it, you should be able to convince him, I have done this, I can explain you whatever you want. He won't ask you to write the code at that moment. He will ask you to explain the flow. So, even if you don't know, you should know how to lie and how to convince him. Got it? So, the thing is, you should open up, you should talk more. You should talk more. You should talk with your colleagues, you should with your friends, your classmates, with me, anyone. Most of the people in my last class didn't know the English properly. Okay. I don't know about you guys. If you don't know, you have to work on it. Learning English, the only way to learn English is by talking only. There is no other. Just talk. Even when I joined engineering, I didn't know much English because I am from the government college background. There in my college, North Indian people were there, people from other countries were there. By talking only, my English not improved. So even if you know things, and if you are not able to communicate to the interviewer, then fail. So knowledge also gets wasted if you don't know how to communicate. So these are all the main skills that you have to work on. Okay. So yeah, the thing is, whenever I teach, my teaching style is very simple. I talk less, you work more. Practical will be more. Theory class will be very less. Okay. So I give time. I give some task. I give some time. You have to make it happen. You have to make it work. Use AI, use ChatGPT, Claude, doesn't matter. You should know how things works. Okay. In 2026, the engineer should know properly how to use AI. If AI does all the work, then why do we need engineers, right? The thing is, AI will do the work, but it should be in our control. We should be like a master. The AI should be like a slave. The engineer, why the human is necessary here is because of this brain. This you should always keep it open. Whether I'm teaching, whether you do work, you watch it. Blindly don't take the input. That's what I'm saying. Blindly never take input. Always question yourself, why this happened, why this came, why this happened, why this is not working, why this bug came, how to fix it. So the thing is, this should be always open. If this is always open, if you are able to correct the requirement and give it to the AI, then you are necessary. The engineer is necessary in a team. Okay. So this should be always open. Even if it makes mistake, AI makes mistake, you should know it made a mistake. Learning every syntax, every line, no. You should know how things works, how the actual data flows properly. You should know how things actually works. It's not like what is the syntax for loop, what is the syntax for while loop. No. You can Google it, you can refer some document, you can ask AI, right? It's not like that. You should know if I want to make this HU, what I should do. This you should do. That's it. Okay. So that is why the engineer is still needed, so that whatever this makes, we are here to judge whether it is correct or not, whether should I approve that code or not. Unless the human review happens, the code, AI code won't go to any production. Okay, human intervention is needed. So only thing that changed is expectation got increased. You have to match with that. That's it. Okay. So my name is Abdul Manaf. I'm 25 pass out. I'm from Bangalore, NMIT college. So during the college I did 2 internship. After my college I did 1 job for a few months. And right now I have my own company. The company name is Cyfix Tech Private Limited. So I'm the co-founder and director, and I am the head of engineering and product team. Okay, I handle all the product thing and engineering, how to develop, how to give the requirement to the front end, how to develop backend. I lead backend, and how to deploy things, the AWS, how to ship the code to the production. The customer shouldn't get customer shouldn't suffer basically. Even if he says something, I should be able to fix it quickly. Okay, this is what I do right now, and I love teaching. That's why I am here. That's it. Any question? Do I talk very fast?
Sir, what company?
Sir?
Which company, sir?
Cyfix Tech Private Limited.
Cyfix.
Yeah. Started last 5 months.
Last 5 years.
If you guys don't understand something, no, in that moment only just raise your hand. Otherwise, if I keep on moving, you will be there only. It's okay. I'm your age only. I'm not here going to judge nothing. Okay. If you don't understand anything, if you don't understand my English, first point, very important. If you don't understand, you should stop me. If you don't understand the concept, you should stop me. So, if you keep on continuing, if you don't understand, then waste for you guys. You paid fees, right? So you have to make it useful. So basically the thing is, you have to make me stop This is the moment I didn't understand this. What you said from the last 5 to 10 seconds, I did not understand. Not able to understand. Explain in other way or explain again. Anything is fine. Okay.
Sir, you will be inclined from Fiverr.
No, I have the product based company. I don't give service. We build our own product. Any questions, guys?
Placed in any company from your campus only.
Yeah.
Placed in any company, you placed by
Yeah,
your campus.
campus. Any questions, guys? They said to give basic introduction, basic class for 2 to 3 class because there are more people who want to join. So I'm not going to take the actual class today or tomorrow. We can discuss few things, basic things how system works and all. Yeah, any questions, guys? Still here? No? Okay, let's start with the keyword software. What is software? What is software? What do you think? Yes.
Office, system programs,
System programs. Okay, web application is an example. Any other definition? System one second. System program. Web app as an example. Yeah. Someone answer.
Software is system application which we use to do any task.
Do any task. To do a task. Okay. Any other definition? Yeah. What is software? What do you think about software? Set of instruction. It's actually program, not software. Okay. Any other definition? What do you think about software? Perform specific. Can you give any example of one software? Operating system. Okay. Any other? Any other?
Windows.
Windows. Okay. Any software example? Give any example for software. We daily life use many software, right? Give an example. Android. Okay. It's operating system. I'm talking about software here. You guys are talking about operating system. Anything software? No. Programming language is different. So what is programming language? What's programming language? Python is an example, correct. But what do you mean Python? What do you mean? Creating application. Okay. Now another word came, application. What is application and how it is different from software? Can you see? He said we use programming language to create application. Python is an example. That is correct. Application, software, are they same or different? Any example for application? Online form. Okay. Online form. Any other? Instagram, Facebook. Yeah.
These apps.
Apps, mobile application.
Okay.
Okay. So here we have online form, Instagram, Facebook, any mobile application, right? So you take any software. Three things will be there. One is front end, one is back end, one is database. We will be dealing with this area. This not in depth, but we will see how these are getting connected. You take any software, combine these three things, one software or any application we can create. To create it, we need programming language. One of the examples is Python. Let's take an example of Instagram. Okay. Instagram, how many different in different platforms the Instagram is different. For example, for Instagram, web application is there. Have you used it? Web application. Basically in browser we use this. We have mobile app. Right. So you log in to the web application. You log into the mobile application. Doesn't matter. You will see the same data. You open the DMs. You see the same messages only. How this happens? Because these two are completely different things. This is completely this. We are opening the browser. This we are opening the mobile. These two are completely different things. But you see the same data. How is it possible? How is it possible? How is it possible? Oh yeah. Come.
Front end is same, but back end.
No, front end is different, I am saying. This is different front end. This is different front end. Web application, they might have built-in React. What is React? It's not a programming language. It's not platform. Huh? It's a framework. Yes. So what is framework? Let's discuss framework. What do you think framework is? Framework. React is a framework. Basically it's a library, but we call it framework. It's okay. So what is framework? Any other example of framework? Huh? Django, correct. Any other? Why do we call it framework and why? What exactly is framework? Any idea? Huh? No. It's okay. Any other answer?
Most platforms.
Huh?
Most platforms.
No. That's a different thing. Any idea what is framework is? You heard of this term, right? So, one more thing I am going to say. If you hear any technical term, technical word, you should know the meaning of it. But as of now, if you don't know, it's okay, you learn it. Let's say you put one keyword in a resume. Just from one keyword, you will take it. For example, in one of the resume, I attended one interview. In one of the interview, in the project section, I have written keyword called reliability. You picked it out. The entire interview went because of that keyword only. Reliability. That's the meaning of it. That's the example of it. Why do we need it? If this reliability is not there, how it will affect to the company? So, and half an hour interview went with one keyword only. If you not able to answer it, and if it's still in the resume, no, you fail that matter. So, any keyword you put in the resume, you should be able to know it. Any keyword. Okay. So, framework, right? See, framework is like group of people as a community decided let's build in this way. For example, um, let's take an example of cricket. Okay, group of people decided we have to play cricket in this way. Cricket is a game. Okay. So first they decided is let's have 11 players per team. Okay, one thing they decided. Everyone agreed to that. Second thing, they said let's have a 2-team game. Only 2 teams will be there. Then they said let's for T20 format let's pick 20 overs. Let's say one over means 6 balls. So they decided so many things and they structured it. Everyone who follows cricket, who plays cricket, will be playing with the same format only. Framework is like a cricket. Group of people, a community will decide this is the way we gonna build this particular application. So in framework, let's say 4 boxes are there. Here we say, here we should write this type of code only. In this box we cannot put other things. Here we should do setting only. Here we should do API writing. Here we should have some core logic writing. So there will be multiple boxes. We have to write code in that particular place only. You can't say that this item I will put in this box, this item I will put in this box. You can't shuffle it, mix it. Here you can't say that I will play with 3 teams, I will play 5 over per ball. You can't do that. We decided it. We gonna pick this framework. We decided we gonna play this game. We have to follow that particular rule. This is because, let's say, 2 people, one tournament is created. 2 people came. If let's say this framework is not there, that cricket structure is not there, some other team will think that 1 over means 5 balls. This team will think that 1 over means 6 balls. Conflict is there. So that's why we need a framework. Let's say if we don't have a framework, if many people are working on the same project, they won't know what item I should put in what box. So this is like a structured, foldered way. In the documentation of framework, it's clearly defined that this particular piece of code you have to put it here, this code you should put here, this code you should put here. Most of the actual working behinds will be already there in this. We don't have to write everything from scratch. Like how if we decide a tournament, we won't come and decide at that moment how much players should be in a team, how much over should be there, how much how much ball per over should be there. We don't decide at every tournament level. Once decided, everyone will use that only. So that is framework. Once decided, everyone will be following the same method. Let's say I am working on a Django project. You ask me, bro, can you share me your repository? Because I want to contribute on it. I will share the repository. When we both agree on the same framework, Django, you will know where that particular code will be there. You will also know, I will also know. Because that is universally accepted thing. That is called framework. Everyone will know this is what we gonna learn Django framework. What in Django, let's say 10 boxes are there. I will be teaching you what you should put in what box. So that you go to any company, if they are using Django, they don't have to give the training agent. Because if we are using framework, no. We will be knowing what code we should write where. So that's why we need framework. If we don't have a framework, then every time conflict will happen. I will write it this way, you write it that way. Some code will be collapsed. So that is why we have a framework. Got it? This is like having a machine. Let's say we have a machine of producing milk packet. Okay. The procedure will be same across all the entire company. You will pass the milk in this side, you will pass the plastic in this side, it will be wrapped, it will come outside, then it will go to packing. You know the flow like this, structured flow, structured flow. So similarly, the same way the framework will happen. Once we decide the framework, this is how it will go. Because it has a structure, most of the code, the behind the scene code will be already written. You don't have to write anything from scratch. Okay? You will be using that framework. However you want for your application, you will modify it. Got it? 90% of the code will be already written in the framework. You will be writing, if you want to create Instagram, social media, then according to that you will change it. If you want to create a game application, you will change it accordingly. For everything, this 90% will be same. Got it? So that's why we use framework, because it saves a lot of time. We can work in a team without any conflict, and most of the code will be already there. We don't have to create everything from scratch. That's why we have framework. One of the example for the front-end framework is React. Any other example for front-end framework? Any idea? Have you heard of Angular? Have you heard of Vue.js? These are all popular frameworks, front-end frameworks. Okay. So using these things, we can create a front-end web application. Then we have a mobile application. To create a mobile application, for that also we have a framework. Let's say we don't have a framework, we will have to write everything from scratch. We can write that using Java. Using pure Java, we can write the mobile application. Every code you should write. So waste of time. Nobody uses that. Okay. Popular front-end, mobile application framework is Flutter. We use this in our company. Flutter and React Native and Kotlin. Android application will be developed in Kotlin. iOS application will be developed in Swift. So these are all different framework. Each framework will be having its own advantages, own disadvantages. If you want to, as per your project and requirement, you pick one of them according to your advantage and disadvantage. Okay. There are many other things also. These are the popular frameworks. These are front-end frameworks. Okay. This is done. Now backend. To create a backend software, or to create a backend layer of the software, one of the famous and my favorite is Django. Okay. Django REST framework. We will be learning this one. The competitor of this, the other framework to create backend is, one of the famous is Java Spring Boot. Very famous. Okay. Other thing is .NET is there, and Express is there, Node and Express. So we have other things also, but this is my favorite because I feel this is very easy comparative to others. That's why this is my favorite. Okay. So we gonna learn that one. So that's the backend layer. Then we have a database. Any example for database? Yeah. She said SQL. That is actually programming language. Okay. No? Excel. No. SQL is a programming language that database understands. This is a programming language. This is not a database. MySQL is a database. MongoDB is a database. SQL Server I did not use. MongoDB, yeah. Done. NoSQL, MongoDB is a NoSQL database. We will discuss it. What is the difference between SQL and NoSQL? So, one of the famous popular databases, MySQL, MongoDB. In our class, we will be learning about PostgreSQL. We will be learning this PostgreSQL. Okay. you learn PostgreSQL, why PostgreSQL? Because all the major companies will be using the PostgreSQL only. MySQL they use very less. Very popular open source database. I said a word open source. Any idea what is open source is? Free? Free of cost. Other? Huh?
Anyone can build that software, use that software to build.
Huh. Yeah, it's a free and any other
Easy to use.
easy to use. How will you? Yeah, okay.
Simple like
Any other? Free is correct. What's the meaning of open source?
it is for all.
Huh?
It is for all.
It is for all, okay. So we said free, right? So let's say why is it open source? Because it's open for all. What does that mean is if you want to contribute, let's say you are using a Django framework, you did not like some feature or some bug is there in this, because this did not come in one day. This I think in 2010 some what it got the first release. Right now we are in the Django version 6. So how it came here? It went through version 1, 2, many bug fixes, many new feature came. If you feel like any bug is there or any new feature you want, you can write the code and raise the PR. Your code will be accepted if that makes sense. You can contribute to this. If you contribute to the open source node, then this initially I wrote that 100% to 20%, you will come in the top 1%. If you have contributed to open source, you will become a top 1 developer, top 1% developer. Okay. So doing that is not easy, but if you do that and if you get your PR accepted, then you will be a top 1% developer. And sometimes interview is also not needed, you will directly get selected. So that's the power of open source. So Django is a open source because many people contributed, came till here, 6th version. Like that we have React, we have PostgreSQL is also open source. Many people contributed. It's currently it's in the 17th version. Okay. So yeah.
So that is how they have become libraries.
Yeah.
That is how they have done libraries of them.
Yeah.
Already built in function they have
Yeah.
written library.
Yeah, for example, I'll show you in the next class. Let's take an example of Django. You will find the source code of Django in GitHub. That is the beauty of open source. You can see how the Django is written. For example, if you take any Microsoft product, for example, Excel is there, not Excel or MS Word, MS Paint. If you want the source code of this, source code means actual code written, you won't be find it because that belongs to Microsoft company. But Django, if you want to see how it is built, what is the actual code behind it, you will get it in the GitHub. That is the meaning of it. If you want to contribute, you can contribute. Many people are contributing. Like that. So main meaning of open source is you will get to see the code of it. One of the most popular open source operating system is Linux. This is my favorite operating system. I use this. You should know basic commands also. I will teach you guys. No problem. Linux. This is a very popular open source operating system. Your Mac OS, your Android phones, everything came from this only. They copy this code. Linux is working fine. It's a perfectly working fine operating system. Okay. They copied this code to make the, for example, this one, Mac OS, the Apple company. They copied this code. They modified it. They made the changes. They did not contribute open sourcely. They copied it and they made their own version and they created the operating system Mac OS. That's what you see in the MacBooks. So like this also people do. Another company is there, Red Hat. They also they copied this. They created their own version. They only maintain. They won't show their code. this Red Hat, they will be selling to the big MNC companies for the server side logic writing and all. So this also happens. And same happens with PostgreSQL also. PostgreSQL is an open source code. They copy this, they create their own version, and they sell it. This also happens. Okay. So this is the overall view of one software. One front end will be there, one back end will be there, one database will be there. I asked one question here. Even if I open in the web application or in the browser or in the mobile app, I see the same data because the front end might be different. This is web app, this is mobile app, this is opening the MacBook, doesn't matter. Any front end is all connected to the same backend. That backend is connected to the same database. So that data, all the data, anywhere, it might be coming from anywhere, will be shared with the same backend, same database. Okay. So according to what device you use and what browser or what client you use, according to that, this front-end framework will be creating those that front-end this applications, and it will be connected to the same backend. In all the three, in all the front-end, the API will be same. It will be connected to the backend. Okay. So that's why you see the same data. Any questions? Any questions still here? No questions? As I said, yeah.
How can we analyze the framework what is the framework of network? How can we analyze the frameworks? How can we? This is the basic. How can we analyze the framework types of data? Framework of
Correct.
it's like that. How we can. This is the framework of framework.
Oh, okay. You can see the source code. If you are using, for example, if you are using Django, right? You open Django code, it's already written. All the files will be written in .py. That means it's written in Python. If you open React framework, the code will be written in .js files. That means JavaScript. So that's how you can find it. Even Python also has so many frameworks. Backend. One is Django, one is Flask, one is Fast API. Okay, these are different frameworks. Don't get much confused or don't get much confused what to choose, what to pick. All the backend framework or any framework, I'm talking about only backend. You take any framework, you learn from any framework, all the concept will be same only. Once you learn one thing, you can easily jump to the another framework within one day. Because concept is same. So that's why I said you should understand the concept, not by hearting the syntax. Flow will be same, data flow will be same, everything will be same. Only some syntax will be different. Some pages will be, as I said, in framework so many boxes will be there. But boxes might vary. Okay. So the concept is same, not only just with the Python. If you want to switch to Java Spring Boot also, same concept. You learn one framework, you can easily switch to other. So learning concept is important. So now I said front end is connected to back end through API. Now question comes, what is API? What is API? API. Have you heard of this term API? No? I mean, in some skills background, right? You might have heard this because everything around you take any software, anything, everything works with the API. Without API, internet won't work on.
For different platform we can connection.
Correct. Any other meaning? API, any full form? Guys?
Application processors.
Applications. P, please P. Yeah. Yes. Applications programming interface. Oh, you thought this API is same only? Without this, no internet. Okay? So, very important concept. As a back-end developer, you must know what is this. Okay? So, what is the meaning of this interface? In idiom, English meaning I am asking, not a technical definition. Yeah, guys. Interface. English meaning. Huh? No. Interface. Front end. English meaning I'm asking, not a technical connection between this. Okay. So interface means two medium will be there. That between layer is there. For example, here one layer is there, here one layer is there. This between layer, this hollow layer. I am a teacher with a student. Between we have a. I communicate through sound, right? That's kind of interface. So between two things, something. I mean, this between two things, something is there between. That is called interface. Here, API. When I say API, it's an interface between two things. The two things might be two different software, two different application, two maybe front end and back end. Anything, any two things. Okay. Between two things, API will be there. So, how the typical API will look like? So, this is how the typical API endpoint will look like. In one API, so many components are there. In that, one of the component is this one. This is called endpoint. API endpoint. Even in endpoint, so many components are there. This component is there. This component is there. This component is there. Inside this, one more component is there. So call this from front end. The request will go to back end. How it will know where to go? Because in this internet so many things are there, right? How will it exactly it will get to know that this is the place where my data is stored, so this is where I should go and get back the data? How it will get to know? You ask something in the browser, you write google.com or something else.com, it will go to some website, it will get the data, and it will go to some server, it will get the data. In internet so many things are there, billions of things are there. How exactly it will get to know this is the place, my data is there, here I should go, I should get it back? Easy people should answer this. Did you guys not have a subject computer networks? CS students, computer networks. Was it there? Not there. Operating system? Was it? Computer networks will be there, right? Okay. Okay, I will ask to stop the class because since many people are not there. Let's continue the class tomorrow. Just know how exactly, I mean when you type google.com, what happens in the background, where it will go, from where the data comes. Google it, learn it and get back to me tomorrow. Okay? Any questions till now? Any questions? No questions? Why no questions? Huh? Exactly what I thought. Any questions, guys? Are you guys able to understand my English? Yeah? Okay, fine, right? Should I go slow? Should I go slow? Slow.
It's a little
Okay. Any others? Should I go slow? No. Fine. I'll try. You can leave for the day.